heard, this is what I've heard. I have heard that there is a person, and I'm not going to go into detail, maybe a security guard, but at the very least, somebody who was there.
Thank you, J Chat.
Who's on Draco's side, I would assume. I don't think it was somebody who just like worked for the venue, but apparently this person has shared with the police his belief that this guy was the one, that Frankenstone was the one who stabbed Draco the final blow. So if the cops actually do have a eyewitness who's willing to say that they believe that he did it, now I would assume that he was masked. That's going to make it a little bit harder, I would assume, to really like decisively say, hey, this is the guy who did it, that he did it. Now, if he was masked, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But that,
yo, big salute to the people on YouTube right now. 12121212. Salute to all of y'all. We are going to be taking this live over to Kick. So anybody who's watching on YouTube right now, I would suggest even start migrating over to Kick, kick.com/welovehiphop. I'll put the link in the bio, or not in the bio, in the chat. And go over to Kick, because once the versus starts, we're doing a versus party. Okay, we're doing a versus party for the game versus YG. So once that starts, it's going to be very copyright heavy, a lot of music. Okay, let me put this. Join us. Let me put it in all caps. Join us on Kick. Okay, let's do that. Go to Kick right now. Listen, and for the people who in the YouTube gods, the powers that be, I'm sorry, you know, we can't be playing no music, so I'm doing y'all a favor. But for anybody who's our subscribers over here, salute to all the subscribers. We are actually, I've been on Kick for the last probably an hour. I ran a nice music set, okay, all West Coast related shit, with some Drake and some Tory Lanez, you know what I'm saying? So pull up on Kick, so that once the versus starts, y'all will be ready. Get your popcorn, anything y'all need.
That is a rumor that I've heard. I don't tend to bring rumors to the table all too often, but I've heard that from a pretty verified source that they do have a witness that is claiming that he has
link is in the chat.
Inside knowledge about exactly.
Actually, no, I'll give you the link straight to the stream.
Delivered the final blow.
Yeah, link in the chat.
Maybe I'm just conflating things, but my source says that this is the guy that has been identified, and I think that that is the intelligence that Flacco was given a couple months ago. You feel me? So is it true? Do I have any insider knowledge that this is the guy? No, but the rumor that I heard is that this guy is the
Let's check on his verses.
Primarily investigated on top of that. So further information that I have, I will not
what
I will not
the
say
hell?
the name, but I have another rumor coming from a very, very official source. And
hold on. Sorry, gang. Let me stop this for a second. What is going on here? 17 minutes ago, this shit started. Okay, it's supposed to start at 9:30, and what I'm doing over here is I keep moving the cursor over just to make sure that we are like actually at the time in real time. Ain't nothing start yet. 23,000 people waiting on the Complex channel, and on the Versus channel is probably the same, maybe even a little bit more. What the fuck is going on, fam? What are these niggas waiting for? Holy shit. Is it YG? Is it him? They're not letting him in the building because of the legal issues? What the fuck, bro?
Is that at one point the LAPD,
you'll be able to hear it because I got the volume on.
I didn't really get that detail clear, but that some
law
enforcement reached out to a blogger who has been covering this case extensively and told him that basically they identified his address being shared on a wiretap by associates that are suspected of having taken Draco's life. So, notably, just on Tuesday, I got into a big argument about, will dudes in the streets hurt somebody who's a journalist? This was in the conversation about Traplo Ross and if he was basically going to be in danger if he goes to Aunt Hefe's courtroom, even though he is technically legally allowed to do so. That conversation, I basically said that at this point, nobody really thinks that gang members are going to do anything to members of the media. This at least is some,
you get the popcorn ready, you put the melted butter on that shit. I'm wondering why the shit tastes so fucked up. No salt.
some evidence that that might not always be true, because as much as it was an old address, it was an address that was not technically in use right now. But apparently it was serious enough that the cops reached out to this blogger and said, hey, there is at least some attempt to figure out where you lay your head at night. So that's pretty big news. That's pretty interesting. That really makes me not want to share anything that hasn't been aired out publicly. But in addition to that, what does that tell you? It tells you that everybody who's on the wrong side of this whole thing is potentially, and I'm not saying 100%, but potentially having their phones wiretapped. Nobody should be having conversations like it's all good on their actual phones if they are the type of people who know anything about this situation.
Scary hours.
I'm not saying that because I want people to go and cover their tracks or whatever. I would assume that most of the damage has already been done. But, for most of the people involved in this, myself included, has my phone ever been tapped? I don't know. Probably not. Probably most of the other people involved in this. You remember that Drake lyric? He said, y'all be talking on the phone like you never had your phone tapped. When I heard that, it made me realize, damn, once you realize that it's possible that your phone could be tapped, I mean, myself personally, I watch what I say in texts because I know that shit could get, pulled up in a lawsuit. But as far as being careful about the phone calls you're having, I would assume that a lot of the people who are on the wrong side of this are not being careful about what they're saying on the phone. Okay. So
most gangsters
there
aren't.
are probably wiretaps being done. There are bloggers whose information is being shared, although hopefully the perpetrators of that sort of thing, hopefully they cool the fuck off now that they realize that this situation is getting a lot more serious. But the final thing that I think that you might want to take note of is the fact that, YG did a song a month ago called We Know the Truth. And in the track, YG pushes back against long-standing accusations that he was involved in the stabbing that occurred backstage of the Once Upon a Time.
Let's hear that. Let me put myself back on the screen. My bad, gang. I was picking something out of my teeth. I don't want to be doing that on a screen and shit. That's nasty. It's nasty. YG, we know the truth. Where is it? We know. What's going on next Friday on Spadina? Skinny FTB.
Breaking news. Rapper YG is being accused of murder. Apparently this took place right here in his hometown. Police officers said they are looking for more.
You know what? I can't play this right now. My bad. I cannot play this right now. My bad. Oh, Academics in the Dot. Yeah. I'm a pull up. I can't play that right now. My bad. For the YouTube people, anybody who's watching on YouTube, please make sure to pull up on our kick, okay? Because I almost played myself by running some music right now on the YouTube channel. But once this versus starts, I'm gonna get off of YouTube and we're gonna be exclusively on Kick. Okay, so salute to Dark Dreams. Pull up kick.com/welovehiphop. Actually, the link is in the is pinned to the chat. Okay, pull up to the Kick. All right, let's get it popping over here. Damn, I was about to play that tune too. I would have flocked myself. Pause. Let's see if they started this yet. Come on, man. Can we get this shit started? Soon forward, Juicy Hamburger. Sooner than you think, actually. Okay, buddy. Okay. Big salute to Randy. All right, let's get back to this Adam 22 shit. Let's go to our history. Let's go to our history. I'm trying to build up the Kick channel. So also while you're over here, anybody who's coming here from YouTube, just make sure to give us a follow over here on Kick so that, and like put on your notifications so you know that anytime that we are actually doing our thing. All right. Where is the video that we were just watching? Where is the 22ster? What the helly? Hold on. It's probably pulled up on the wrong fucking YouTube channel. That's why. Everybody's waiting for this shit right now. YG arrest.
Once Upon a Time in LA festival. And, you know, when you go back and you read the lyrics, it is kind of crazy how lame some of these lyrics are. No offense.
It's starting now? Is it starting now? I feel like these niggas is hella late, fam. On some real rapper time.
Say, I murdered this, I murdered that.
I'm gonna refresh
Well, if
it.
that was true, you'd be a rat, and I'd be in the cell sleeping on a rack. Remember, I did a dramatic reading of this on the podcast. I don't know. To me, I'm reading this just like, bro, this is some Dr. Seuss type stuff right here. Either way, YG putting out this song is obviously not like an admission of any guilt. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You know, this is him trying to really, really distance himself from anything in the media that has been said, linking him.
They're gonna fry that nigga.
Whole case. Like, keep in mind, like, when Draco got killed, I remember the next day that we were doing the news, and 1090 Jake had just put out a video, like right after Draco got killed. He put out a video with Draco and YG in the thumbnail, like basically making the case, hey, YG was probably involved in this. I don't know why 1090 did that. Even at that time, I don't really think that there was like hard evidence that YG did it. But, you know, YG was the guy.
You said it's starting sign. I even checked over here on Versus, like, because Versus, even on their Instagram, they'll play it on their Instagram. Oh, it is starting. No, it's still doing this shit. I'm not tripping. Look, I'm on the Versus page. It's canceled. Look at this. Look at this. The chat's starting to get upset. Holy shit, man. You asking is DJ Academics checking in with me? We'll see. Holy shit, man. How many minutes are we in now? 32 minutes into the stream. Nothing yet. Ain't that some bullshit?
That he was beefing with. I remember people around me at that time telling me, like, Adam, don't even mention that 1090 video because this situation is way, way, way too serious, you know? But either way, it does stand out that finally, after 5 years, YG decided to put out a song in which he, you know, really explicitly backtracks on the whole idea that he could have done anything to Draco. Now, it's kind of understandable that he would choose to do so at this time, since we are coming off of Flacco making his video in which he basically, well, I guess in Flacco's video, he didn't actually accuse YG of having anything to do with it. If anything, he accused somebody completely different. But there has been a lot of chatter about it, so you kind of understand why YG would want to separate himself from it to a certain extent. But yeah, that is basically the gist of what I know at this time. And I guess I'm going to stay on top of this and let you guys know as soon as we find out anything new. But I guess I want to know how you guys feel about it. Does it make you happy to know that really, like, the last great LA rapper, Draco the Ruler, that his murder seems to be getting closer to being resolved? Or are you guys such burnt out street cats that you guys would rather the street code stay in effect? And would you rather, you know, this crime not go solved because you would rather have the gang members protected. I don't know.
They ain't gonna listen. They would rather have the carnage. I'm waiting here for this to start. Still nothing. Salute to everybody who's watching on YouTube. There's not a lot of people because people have already migrated over to Kick. There's a link in the chat. We're going to be doing a versus viewing party over on Kick exclusively so that we don't get no copyrights. However, anybody who's watching on YouTube now, we're going to cut it as soon as the versus starts. So we're just waiting for that to start. I'm going to pull up another video, which is kind of sort of in the realm of what's going on here with this YG stuff while we're waiting for versus to start. Point and Shoot actually did a video talking about Munchie B won't stop accusing Jala of horrifying things. Let me see what they're saying about my boy freaking Flacco. Niggas be trying to diss my boy Flacco.
This video, I want to talk to you guys about this beef that's heating up between Musty Minyango Tokpa
Frederick Jala is my real name.
and the mayor Munchie B from Englewood Family Blood Gang.
The question.
But again, bro.
You about to look stupid. You know they clipping us, right?
And this beef has reached a level the likes of which we have never seen. I mean, we've seen them go back and forth already. Munchie B was the one who broke the original story about Jala tricking and jawing across this nation.
Oh
He
my
paid
God.
$2,500 for the box.
Paying for women and stuff to
Tricking and Johnning is crazy.
perform onto him and everything else like that. Well, the other day, the cuck was able to get Jala and Munchie B on the phone live on air.
What?
And it was fabulous. I mean, wait till you see these clips.
This nigga said an underage prostitute.
I could prove that, bro. Don't force my
This
hand.
is nothing like what we've seen. We've seen Jala respond to Munchie before, but he kept it cool. He pretended like this, like prostitution was normal and everything. Remember?
What can I say, bruh? All right. I ran through half of LA, man. What can I say, man?
Well, he ain't keeping it cool this time. Lush says that he hasn't seen Jala this mad, and Lush is up close to Jala all the time. He says he hasn't seen Jala this mad since the day that he bursted into the office when he wanted to attack MJTV.
What?
No, hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, here we go. YouTube, do me a favor. It's going down. I gotta leave you, YouTube. I gotta leave y'all over here, YouTube. Okay? So pull up. We are live on Kick. It's going down. Versus. Let's fucking go. Hold on. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? My name is Eddie Francis. I'm your Apple Music host, and I want to welcome you to our Apple Music studios.
Kick.com.